Hello everyone. This video explains the concept of unwinding of discount. A lot of students find it difficult to deal with the concept of unwinding of discount. So I thought that I should make a video where I could help you people understand the concept of the unwinding of discount. You would come across this unwinding of discount when dealing with IAS 16 property plant equipment valuation. While dealing with the IAS 38 intangible valuation, and you would also come across this with respect to IAS 37, the provisions, contingent liabilities, etc., etc. At times, you would also come across this thing in IFRS 15 and many other accounting standard. You would come across this issue of unwinding of discount. Now, what exactly do you mean by unwinding of discount? So, for you to understand the concept of unwinding of discount, the first thing is to understand the concept of time value of money. Now, what exactly do you mean by time value of money? So, for example, today is 2020. There is something that I can buy for $100 today. But if I go on buying something in 2022, I might be needing $112, $114, something like that. Now, what is actually happening is it's something like that the money is losing its value over a period of time. The money is losing its value over the period of time. So when we talk about the concept of time value of money, the time value of money actually means that as the time progresses, the money loses its value. As the time progresses, the money loses its value. So now let's just try to understand this thing. That, for example, you buy something today and you've committed to the supplier that you're going to make payment in, let's say, 2 years' time of maybe $500. So now let's just try to understand this thing, that $500 payable in 2 years' time is not equal to $500 of today. It is going to be equivalent to less than $500, maybe $480, maybe $460, something like that. That's what this $500 to be payable in 2 years' time is going to be worth right now. So whenever we do incur such liability, so we don't recognize 500 as a liability today, although we have to pay 500. What we do is that we calculate the present value of this liability. And the concept of calculating the present value is actually termed as the concept of discounting. So the concept of calculating the present value is actually termed as the concept of discounting. So what we do is that we recognize the liability at present value. That is, we recognize this liability at the discounted value. Now, let's try to understand that how exactly do we deal with this discounting and the unwinding of discount. So I've taken this example. This is a very simple example through which I'm going to explain to you people the concept of this discounting and unwinding of discount. So the requirement says that a business is required to make a payment of 100,000 USD in 3 years' time. The relevant discount rate is 10%, and you're required to demonstrate how the above liability is going to be recognized over the 3-year period. First of all, usually what happens is whenever the payment is after 1 year, remember, whenever the payment is after 1 year, so basically the concept of time value of money becomes material. So the concept of time value of money becomes material whenever the payment is to be made after 1 year. It can even be less than 1 year that the time value may become material, but usually it's 1 year. So what you're going to do is that right now, I'm just going to assume the date as, let's say, 1st January 2020. So what you're going to do is that you're going to say 100,000 multiply by 1.10 power minus 3, because what we need to do is that we need to discount this liability. So I'm going to be using the present value factor, the formula for which is 1 plus r power minus n. So if I calculate this present value factor, if I use this present value factor, so resultingly the value that I'm going to get is 100,000 multiplied by 1.1 power minus 3 gives you approximately 75,100. So what you are going to do right now is you're going to say at time period this 1st January 2022, you're going to say that the expense or purchases or whatsoever debited by 75,100, and liability is going to be credited by 75,100. So if you have to recognize an expense right now, this is how you're going to recognize at 1st January 2020 that expense debit and liability credit. So basically we have to pay 100,000, but we have recognized 75,100 as a liability. So what have we done? We have simply discounted the liability. What have we done? We have simply discounted the liability. Now, let's try to understand this thing. We have recognized 75,100, but we have to pay 100,000 in 3 years' time. So therefore, if this 100,000 was being discounted, so it has to be over a period of time. This liability of 75,100 has to reach 100,000 also. So the reversal of this discount is going to be termed as unwinding of discount. The reversal of this discount is going to be termed as unwinding of discount. Now, how exactly do we recognize the unwinding of discount? So I'm going to guide you people with respect to the various methods that could be used. First of all, you could see that at 1st January 2020, the liability turns out to be 75,100. What is going to happen is you would say that unwinding at 10%. So unwinding at 10% means this 75,100 would be multiplied with 10%. So you end up getting 7510. And when you will end up getting this 7510, so the next step is going to be that you need to sum up these two. What you need to do is that you need to sum up these two, which is 75,100 plus 7510. So this is going to give you 82,610. This 82,610 is going to be your closing liability, which is going to be as at 31st December 2020. Now, try to understand what is going to be the double entry that we will recognize with respect to this this accounting entry of unwinding of 7510. So the unwinding is recognized as a finance cost because it's actually the effect of time value of money. So we recognize a finance cost of 7510 and we recognize a credit to the liability of 7510. The same thing is going to happen in the next year, which is going to be that you will have the opening liability of 82,610, and then there is going to be unwinding at the rate of 10%. So this is going to be 8261. And when it is going to be 8261, so resultingly we'll have this 90,871 as a closing liability. And this is going to be the liability at 31st December 2021. And then what is going to happen is you will have another unwinding at the rate of 10%. And the 10% unwinding would actually give you something like that 9087. So approximately you would be reaching 100,000. This is approximately. This is not going to be exact because there's a rounding off error that has taken place with respect to my calculations. So the closing liability is going to be 100,000 at what date? At 31st December 2022. So what we are going to do is we are going to be recognizing a finance cost of 8261 in year 2 and a finance cost of 9087 or whatsoever the balancing figure in year 3. So this is year 2, this is year 3. So ultimately what is going to happen is your liability would be standing at 100,000 and at the end of year 3 we would simply say liability debited by 100,000 and correspondingly cash credited by 100,000. So if I talk about the concept of unwinding of discount, so I hope that you people would have understood right now that what is this unwinding of discount. So the first step to unwinding of discount is to understand the concept of discounting, that whenever we have to pay something after 1 year, so usually it is assumed that the effect of time value of money is material. If the effect of time value of money is material, then what happens is we recognize the liability at present value. The concept of bringing this liability to present value is called discounting. And over a period of time, this discount is reversed, and the reversal of discount is called unwinding of discount. The unwinding of discount is recognized as a finance cost in the profit and loss account. And how do we establish it? We establish it like this: the opening liability, multiply it with the discount rate, and you will end up getting the unwinding amount. The unwinding amount is added to the liability amount, and therefore you end up getting the closing liability, and this thing goes on and on and on. Now, there's one more thing which I could explain to you people, which is a shortcut to many people who wish to know that how could I directly calculate the unwinding effect. So you see what happens is there are two things with respect to unwinding. One of them is finance cost, and the other one of them is a closing liability, because this closing liability will be shown in the balance sheet. The finance cost would be shown in the profit and loss account. So you could directly calculate the finance cost like this: opening liability multiplied by discount rate. So if I say it was 75,100 as the opening liability, you multiply it with the discount rate, you end up getting 7510. Similarly, the closing liability could be calculated like this: opening liability multiplied by 1 plus R. So it was 75,100. If you could have multiplied it with 1.1, you would have automatically gotten 82,610. So there are two ways. One of them is the way that I explained to you earlier. Simply multiply this liability with the discount factor, and you will end up getting the unwinding. Add up the unwinding, you will get the closing liability. If you wish to adopt the shortcut method, so I've explained to you people the shortcut also, which is simply like this: that ultimately you would say opening liability into discount rate. You will end up getting the finance cost, and opening liability into 1 plus R, you will end up getting the closing liability. So thank you very much, everyone. I hope that this lecture, this small clip was useful to you people. Thank you for listening, and remember in prayers. Thank you.